Hey guys, Scott and Nate from Play Your Court. Today we're going to tell you why you shouldn't hit your backhand like your forehand. All right guys, so kind of a simple concept today. You have a forehand, you have a backhand. Too many coaches are saying you should just hit your two-handed backhand like you hit your forehand. Today we're going to sort of bust that myth and tell you why this doesn't always apply.
Yeah, let's clarify. So when coaches are saying that, what they're talking about is your non-dominant hand. So for me as a righty with a two-handed backhand, when I'm hitting a backhand, I do want my non-dominant hand, my left hand, doing the majority of the work. The dominant hand, right hand, is there for stability. And that is what coaches and players are alluding to when they're like, it's just a lefty forehand or whatever.
If we were ambidextrous, we may decide to just hit two forehands.
That's
but
right.
We're not. We need, if you're a righty, you need that right hand on there for stability, or that's going to feel really wobbly at contact.
So for you guys, that would be tip number one. If you're unaware of it, your non-dominant hand should be the driving force on your two-handed backhand. This is only for two-handed backhand. The one-handed backhand doesn't apply here. But let's separate where the confusion is. So on your forehand, what we encourage is starting with the racket tip up and getting into your unit turn. The forehand is segmented, meaning that from my unit turn, the rest of the swing happens, and it's broken up in segments. Now on the two-handed backhand, what we see too often are players starting with their racket head up and entering a unit turn. All right? And I know a lot of WTA players, there's a lot of players that are really, really good that do this to some degree, but they never hold. The racket may go here, but the racket continues to move all the way back.
So fluid motion here. If I'm sitting at home thinking, what's the difference here? What's the big tweak? It's just that it's one fluid motion. It's not like it's not disjointed.
You got it. Yeah.
Cool.
So what you'll see is on the forehand, players stalking the ball. This helps them move, but because the elasticity and the flexibility of the forehand, they can segment. Or in your two-handed backhand, you should be getting the racket all the way back as early as possible. The minute you recognize it's a backhand, get the racket all the way back. Don't hold that unit turn. So I think what we'll do here, you've got a great backhand.
Hey, thanks.
You will show them the right way. A lot of you know I now have a one-hander because of a wrist issue, but I'm still going to show you the segmented piece. Pain and all. It's a sacrifice I'm making for you guys.
He loves you guys, Internet.
All right, let's jump into it. All right, guys, so here I'm working through the two-handed backhand. It's been a while, but I'm showing you the incorrect way. Here I'm setting up in a unit turn. You can see that I'm stalking the ball with the racket to the side of my body and then working through the remainder of the backswing. The problem is I'm not getting to my backswing early enough, so I'm frequently late. And another piece is that I'm opening. You can see that right shoulder's opening a little bit early. It's a little bit off balance, and I'm not creating the momentum. I'm using half a swing here, so although there's still a bit of a lag, still entering the slot, I'm not getting the momentum of getting the racket all the way back, hence why the ball is going short and seeing a whole lot of mishits here. So what we're looking at first here is actually Scott's backhand, and his approach is a little bit different, but still really effective and something that you can try at home as well. He's using a pendulum, so although his racket starts relatively high from the ready position, he's allowing the racket to build momentum by dropping in under the stroke and then allowing the racket to get high during the back, building plenty of momentum and leverage, and then he's got all of that forward swing to create some pop and spin on the ball. Now on this second one, what we're looking at is kind of what we see with Djokovic and a lot of players that start with the racket tip up. But here, what you're seeing is, although maybe a slight unit turn when he initiates from the ready position, he's immediately taking the racket all the way back. It is locked and loaded and ready to drop down into the slot, lagging, giving the ball plenty of pop and spin. All right, guys, so the major takeaway here is don't get into a unit turn. Don't prep to the side like you do on your forehand. Get that racket all the way back, and how you can make sure that you're doing this is with your right shoulder. So if you're setting up here on your backhand and then trying to get all the way back, that right shoulder is too far away. Just make sure that right shoulder gets under your chin, and then you have the proper take back and you have plenty of time to keep that contact out in front.
That's right, guys, and this is a common mistake. Speaking of common mistakes, if you're not in the Player Court community, that is a common mistake. So check this out. If you're looking to find evenly matched players in your area to play some matches, practice with, if you want more video coaching like this for your specific skill level, be sure and check that out. We'll give you a free trial link there in the comments section.
A very pretty woman.
You're
Big
welcome.
mistake.
Big mistake.
Big. Huge.
We'll see you guys in the next video.